A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development that has sparked widespread condemnation from governments, institutions, and rights groups around the world, Jimmy Lai, a 78-year-old former pro-democracy media tycoon and British citizen, has been found guilty of national security charges in Hong Kong. The verdict, delivered by the West Kowloon District Court, marks a further blow to democracy and press freedom in the territory, according to various international entities. Lai was convicted on 1 count of conspiracy to publish seditious publications and 2 counts of conspiracy to collude with foreign forces under the city's national security law, which was enacted in 2020, as well as a colonial-era sedition law that has seen renewed application in recent years. The implications of this conviction are dire. Lai could potentially spend the rest of his life in prison, raising alarming concerns about his health given his age and medical conditions. Reports indicate that he has lost approximately 10 kilograms over the past year and suffers from diabetes. British Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper expressed the UK's condemnation of what she termed a politically motivated prosecution, emphasizing that Lai has been targeted for exercising his right to freedom of expression. "We continue to call for Mr. Lai's immediate release," she stated, reflecting a sentiment echoed by the Australian government, which expressed deep concern over the guilty verdict. The European Union also weighed in, labeling the outcome as emblematic of the erosion of democracy and fundamental freedoms in Hong Kong. Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council expressed its profound sorrow over the conviction, highlighting the broader implications for press freedom in the region. Jimmy Lai is best known as the founder of Apple Daily, a prominent pro-democracy newspaper that was forced to shut down in 2021 amid increasing pressure from the authorities. His lengthy legal battle began in 2020, and he has spent over 5 years behind bars, with his trial experiencing multiple delays. The prosecution accused Lai of leveraging his media platform and political connections, particularly in the United States, to lobby for sanctions against China and Hong Kong following the pro-democracy protests of 2019 and 2020. Throughout the trial, Lai maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to all charges. Critics of the prosecution have pointed out that the evidence presented included messages and meetings that occurred before the national security law was enacted, raising questions about the legality of the charges. Lai himself argued that calling for sanctions post-enactment of the law would be suicidal, yet the judges, handpicked by the government for national security cases, concluded in their 855-page judgment that the evidence was clear. Sarah Brooks, the China director for Amnesty International, remarked that Lai's conviction symbolizes the death knell for press freedom in Hong Kong, asserting that the national security laws are not designed to protect the populace but to silence dissent. In a poignant reflection of the situation, Lai's son, Sebastian Lai, expressed that while the verdict was not unexpected, it was still deeply painful. He noted that it signifies a fundamental change in Hong Kong's political landscape. Sebastian, along with Lai's international legal team, has urged the UK government to make Lai's release a prerequisite for improving relations with Beijing. Opposition leader Keir Starmer has also called for Lai's release, having raised the issue directly with Chinese President Xi Jinping. As the UK Prime Minister prepares for a visit to Beijing in January, Lai's legal team leader, Keoilfian Gallagher KC, stressed the need for concrete actions to back up statements of support. China needs to see there are real consequences for Lai's prosecution, Gallagher asserted. Meanwhile, Thibaut Brutin, director of Reporters Without Borders, expressed outrage over Lai's conviction, describing it as a clear indication of the alarming decline of media freedom in Hong Kong. Cooper has called for Lai, who has been held in solitary confinement for over 1,800 days, to receive full access to independent medical care. Concerns regarding Lai's health have escalated, with his family reporting significant weight loss, discolored and falling nails, and rotting teeth. The trial's closing arguments were even delayed due to Lai experiencing heart palpitations. His daughter, Claire Lai, emphasized the dire conditions her father has endured, expressing worry for his well-being as he approaches his 79th birthday. Sebastian Lai remarked that his father, who holds a full British passport, could have left Hong Kong at any time but chose to remain to fight for the freedom of others. He poignantly stated that if his father were to die in prison, it would signify the death of Hong Kong's spirit alongside him. The government's response to concerns over Li's health has been dismissive, stating that his medical care in prison is adequate. China's foreign ministry has urged foreign nations to refrain from making irresponsible comments regarding judicial matters in Hong Kong, asserting that such remarks interfere with China's internal affairs. In a rebuttal, the Chinese embassy in London criticized the UK government's statements, claiming they violate international norms and interfere with China's sovereignty. As the situation unfolds, the international community watches closely, with many advocating for the protection of press freedom and the fundamental rights of individuals in Hong Kong. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.